Okay, yeah, we are online. Good morning, everybody. So let me just see if everything is working here. Just write in the comments that you can see and hear me. That would be absolutely great. Let me just see that this is here all properly set up. Okay, and I'm going to the comments so that I can see what is happening there. What are we doing this morning? I wanted to offer a business plan clinic. Okay, I'm sure you know that we do assessments of business plans, and sometimes there are just the small little bits and pieces what are missing, and I just wanted you to have the opportunity also to ask me some questions here in this community so that I am able really to help and to assist you. So, who am I? Maybe I just introduce myself. My name is Dagmar Breiling-Marie. I'm here the CEO at Funding Connection, the funding strategist, a serial entrepreneur, and we assist entrepreneurs accessing funding. We always have a look at what is out there, we have a look at the government institutions, we have a look at grants, we determine if you qualify for any of the funds, but we also have a look, of course, at commercial banks, at other funds available, and just so that you get the best deal. And what do I mean with the best deal? I mean with it that we're having a look at your interest rate and of course also at the time frame, and so that we know that government institutions are a little bit slow. With commercial banks things would go faster, but maybe the interest rate is a little bit higher. Yeah. So this is just what we then have a look at, and where I at the end of the day make a recommendation and say I personally think this is where we should go with, so that you get then your best deal to start your business. Okay, let me just see what happens here. Just going into the normal Facebook, I can't see anybody of you, so I just want to check that everything is working here on my side. Yeah, and there are people and I can't see you on the other side. Okay, Fiona, hi all. Obed, good morning. Shumaya, good morning. Ken, good morning. Lovely. Okay, so yes, if you have in general some questions, just feel free to ask me. Let me just explain some general mistakes is maybe too harsh, but some challenges. Okay, so if you do your business plan on your own. So one thing is that most entrepreneurs are of course absolutely in love with their product or service, and that's a great thing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. You need to be convinced that you are really adding value to other people's lives or businesses, so that is a good thing. But if you want to raise finance, you need more to concentrate on the business model. What does this mean? It means all these hard numbers and facts. Yeah, so who is your target market? Who will buy from you? Who has the money to buy from you? Who really wants it? It's not only do they need it, but who really wants it and is willing to pay for it? How many staff do you need? How much do you pay your staff? Is the staff you have realistic in relation to your products you maybe produce? Yeah. So I remember one business plan what we drafted for a client who said I want 60 staff, and I just broke it down and said you're producing 1 unit in a day. What do 60 staff do there? So that makes no sense for me. I think it's definitely too much. I had another business plan where somebody said, and you know how this happens? It happens because you're doing a business plan and then somebody says, oh, you're needing to create some jobs. So then they just said, right, in the business plan, 100 jobs. But they forget that it has an impact on the financial forecast. All of a sudden, you need to pay salaries and wages for 100 people. They forgot that in the specific plan. And on the other side, they also need to have the space because according to their business plan, they were renting a 100 square meter office. You know, these were all office workers. So these things make no sense. So when you're changing something in your business plan, have a look at the full picture and think about, I need now to add more staff, what impact will this have? Yeah? Or I need to change the location, what impact will this have? Yeah? So your staff, your salaries, of course, you need to have a look at your location. Is this a realistic location? Do you need any permits, licenses to be able to do whatever you need to do at this location? How much does one unit cost you, maybe to produce or to buy in? How much are you able to sell it for? Is the profit margin big enough for you that you're able to pay for all your overheads? Yeah? So just think about these things so that that the financier understands your business model. One thing is what I always like to mention, make sure your business model is simple. Simple is the key to success. Yeah, don't make it too complicated and we are offering this service to these people, but at the end these people will pay for it. And because let me just think about I have a specific model in mind. I just need to be a little bit careful what I'm sharing regarding the confidentiality, what we are taking, of course, here quite serious. Somebody wanted to offer an app and wanted to offer this app to use to a certain, to some retailers, yeah? And then they figured out that the retailers are not willing to pay for it, yeah? So then they said, okay, so these are for retailers, now we need to offer some advertising. So now they went into a totally a different direction and said, now we need to find companies they are willing to advertise on this app to be able to deliver the service to these businesses. You know what I'm talking about. Now you're thinking, out of a sudden you are not an app developer anymore, out of a sudden you are a marketing agency. Yeah? And these things can be in order. You just need to understand the whole picture, you know. So what is now your expertise and experience in as a marketing agency? Do you know exactly who to approach? Do you have an idea what they expect? You see, so that makes it a little bit challenging. See, Peter and Cozy, good morning. Yeah, so this is absolutely important, and these are the hard facts. Is it difficult as a startup? Yes, of course. I am aware of it. There's lots of things are thumb sucking. Yeah. There are that's, but you see also, that's why it is important that you are an expert in your field. Let me just see. Okay, Ken, thanks very much. Can you hear me better now? Just send me a thumbs up, then I know that. That would be lovely. Let me just see what my... It should work. Yes, okay, thanks very much, Ken. Okay, so Kiswa, good morning. Okay, so where was I stuck? Yes, simplicity is the key to success. Lovely, thanks. And so that is absolutely important. Keep in mind that the financier wants to understand how you are able to earn some money. Um, I am aware that all these numbers are, of course, specifically in the beginning, thumbsucking. Yeah. Um, but that's also why it is so important that you're an expert in your field, because then you have an idea. So we can produce and manufacture one of these units for this price, and we are able to sell it for this price because you have some insights in this industry and in this market. That's why it is also so important for financiers that you have some sort of expertise. Yeah? You don't need to cover all the aspects of the business you want to do, but some of them. Yeah? Okay, let me just see. There are no questions out here this morning. What's happening? Usually I'm having lots of. Shumaya, hello. Are you drinking some water there? Okay, so let me just think what else can I share with you. So yes, maybe we just I'm talking about something totally different. I'm sure you saw that already, and I sent some newsletters out. Sean, good morning. So one part is, of course, also altogether is your marketing, yeah, and one part of your marketing is a business card. But specifically in the beginning, and I remember that also quite clearly, you are not lucky. Good morning. You don't really know. Your locations may be changing quite quickly when you're growing too fast. Maybe your telephone numbers are changing. We had in between, we tried some online internet telephone and it did not work. It was a mess. So I posted all these and shared my national Mark. Good morning, nice to see you here. One of our consultant from Benoni is here, Mark William James Peddle. And that is, let me just grab some of them so that you can see that. So, and I asked my husband a week or 2 weeks ago, and I said, Benjamin, I need new business cards, and we are ordering, I don't know, 500 in a box, and what happens with business cards? We all know that, so you grab them, and then I'm usually good with this. I'm always writing then an email and have all the details on my computer, and then I'm throwing it away. Most people throw them away. My husband is always hiding them somewhere, and 2 weeks later he says, I received a business card from this and this person. Have you seen that? And I'm thinking, can be everywhere, in the office, in the car, at our place at home. But this is the solution. So these are business cards. They are like check cards, your debit cards or credit cards. You have on one side you have a QR code on it. I'm sure you can see that. So if somebody has no internet connection, you can just scan this, and the details go immediately into their contacts. And others have a chip on the other side where you then can get the information. You just tap it on the phone. I will share that later on here on my Facebook group so that you can see how these things are working. So you only need one card, that's it. I have two. I have one at home, always at the office. I have one in my wallet when I'm on the road, so that I have the details all the time, and then I just tap. So once off cost, no monthly fees. I've seen other people do monthly fees. I think that's ridiculous. And the beauty is, you're changing your telephone number, you're changing your address, not a problem. Online, changed, that's it. Ken, Hi Dagmar, thank you for this session. I informed my staff that the topic is business plan clinic and then they are expecting information on business plans. That's correct. I gave you all the information about the business plan. If you have some questions, some additional questions, please feel free to ask me these questions. Yeah, I can recap that again if you want to. So the biggest challenge is that not all the relevant information about the business model is in the business plan. That needs to be in there, Ken. Yeah? Like your salaries and wages and the breakdown, how many staff you need, your offer to lease and how much square meter you need to lease, how much will it cost you, how much will the electricity be for you, how much are you able to sell your product for or services for a realistic price, how much this it will cost you, so, and if it's services, you also need to think about how long will it take you to fulfill the services. What are the qualifying criteria to have your company help set up us with the business plan? Chandri, thanks very much for this question. We have a high success rate with our application services. So that's why we always have a look first. What is your business idea? What is your venture? And then we can tell you already this is realistic. We are confident that we are able to raise capital for you. There are a couple of things. Not each great business idea is fundable. Yeah, it's just the reality. Financiers have certain expectations. They want you to have some skin in the game. That means you need to have some own contribution. They also want you preferably to have offtake agreements. That means agreements between two businesses. That means you are selling to other businesses. Yeah? So, and that means that, and then we have a look at what you really need the capital. Yeah, and then we can tell you already, yes, it's possible, no, it's possible. That's what we always do. Let me just see here, coming so many questions in there and I can't see all of them. If a template of a business plan is available, I have a business plan course on the 1st of September. It's only 500 Rand. There's a business plan template and a financial forecast template, both according to the South African financiers requirements available. Yeah? Tulani, how can I do financial projections if I don't have actual financials? If I need a financier to help loan my acquisition of target business for which target business couldn't offer release AFS without my proof of funds. Yeah, that is Tulani. There are, like I said, in some cases it is really, really difficult. I understand that they don't want to release their AFS, but if so, you know what that really means is that they know that their annual financial statements, just for everybody to understand what AFS is, that means annual financial statements. They are maybe not so good and they know that nobody would finance that. No bank will finance that and no government institutions will finance that. Yeah? So, and how can you make up your mind if you can't see the annual financial statements of a business? Is like somebody selling, I have a car here, you want to buy it. Or first you need to prove that you have the finance, then I'm showing you the car. Yeah, I understand that they of course also need to protect the information, so it's not that I can't understand the seller, but if you want to sell it, you just need to, they need to give you some sort of information. Tulani, and if you want to buy an existing business, just for you to know, or the company, yeah. So make sure you still need to have some sort of own contribution, yeah. And that's also something what you can maybe talk to the seller too, and say, okay, here I have some own contribution, I can leverage this, I only need 10%. Government institutions are able to finance it if it is profitable, yeah. And of course, also if you buy an existing business, please have a look at the assets. I've seen that so many times that the assets are 10, 20 years old and they are selling it according to new equipment. Yeah, the assets are nothing worth after 10 years. They are depreciated. Are they still working? Yes. Usually they are slower. They are not the latest technology. There are more repairs to be taken into consideration. They may also need more electricity if it's old equipment. Yeah. Okay, yes, you can do that. It's an online workshop. Yeah. So do me a favor, just contact via Facebook Messenger Brent, and then we just will have a look how many staff you want to attend this workshop, and then we just take it from there. Yeah, that would be lovely. I definitely would like that. Tulani, you understand. There were some more questions. Let me just see if I can find all the comments here. Not here. Let me see if I can find that on my other page. Oh God, Facebook. Verflixte jingling. You know, so they are always changing things, and now I can't see anything. If you had any questions before and I haven't answered that, can you just please, and it's on the 1st of September, Ken, not on the 21st. Okay. Cecile, I have a business plan including a financial model. I have presented these to prospective investors who are interested but want equity. How do I value a startup? Okay, so equity means that you need to have some skin in the game, is the South African way of saying it, yeah? So always put yourselves in the shoes of a financier. If somebody else, Cecile, would come to you and say, I have a great business idea and I need you to finance me 100%. Then the question is, of course, what are you bringing? What is this other person bringing to the table so that it justifies that you need them to do this? Otherwise, they are able to do that without you. Yeah, because they are taking the full risk. So that is one of the challenges you always need to understand if you ask for 100% finance. But if you're an expert in that field, if you were able to secure offtake agreements, if you did all the legwork, then you can say, oh, this is sweat equity. Yeah. And then maybe you can convince an investor. One thing with investors, I just want to highlight this. That means they are usually then an equity partner. Be careful with a business partner. It is like a marriage. Yeah. You need to make sure that your vision is aligned, that you have the same goals, because otherwise in 2 or 3 years you're sitting here again in front of me, and I experienced that. That's why I like to highlight this. And people say, how do I get rid of this person? We are not on the same boat. Yeah. I think on Wednesday when Trevor and I did the workshop, somebody said, I have 2 business partners. I think we need to raise capital. I think we need to have some help. And I also think we need to have some help. We need to have a mentor, and we need to have somebody to help us with the business plan. And my other 2 partners don't agree. Yeah. So that means you're stuck. You can't grow your business. You maybe have the big vision and say, here, we need another 2, 3, 4 million rand, and then we are able to really um, go bigger. And maybe your business partner doesn't see that. Yeah. Equity partner is, I'm sure I mentioned that. Okay, it's like an investor. You know, it is a business partner in your business who has some, who owns some portion, a specific portion of this business. That's an equity partner. Yeah. Okay. Are there any other questions out here? Okay. Let me just see. I'm just waiting here. I just have a look that I find the course, the business plan, my online workshop. Yes, here. Okay. I just made it really, really affordable. It's 500, 490 rand. Let me just put that in there. Okay, so this is the workshop, 1st of September, 2 hours, including a template for the business plan and a simple template for the financial forecast, so that even if you're not experienced with numbers, you are able to have a proper financial forecast according to the requirements, not for 100 million, yeah? Okay, but for up to 5 million, this one is really okay. Sipiwe, I have an existing business proposed to buy on the tourism, oh God, on the tourism sector. Sorry, it jumps all the time. NDA information has been sent to us for due diligence. Can your company please play an advisory support and cost? CP, we are definitely able to do that. Yeah. So we can also sign an NDA with you, CP, where then we can sit together, have a look at if this is, and I will do both parts. Number one is this profitable, and number two, is this fundable? Because I'm sure this is what you're interested in. Yes, it is a detailed business plan workshop, and will equip your staff to fully complete a business plan. Yes, do you need to have a little bit of an understanding what about some numbers? Yes, if there's somebody, okay, let me tell you, for me it's always amazing because I can't understand this. Numbers are easy for me. I can read them immediately. I see where there are some challenges. If there is, and one problem and one challenge is also for business plan writer, you need to have both parts. You need to be good with words to express things, and you need to be good with numbers. Yeah. So this is most of the time a challenge to find a person who's able to do both. Something what I experienced here also with our business plan writers. So that's why we always have somebody who's doing the business plan and the writings. These are people with a strong point in, of course, being able to express themselves. They need to have some sort of an entrepreneurial spirit and understand some numbers. And there's somebody else who does the financial forecast. Yeah? So just to make sure that this is easy. And if somebody has no idea about numbers, it will be difficult. Yeah? But if you have different a couple of staff members and they can do both, one are more better with words and the other one are better with numbers, definitely will be good enough. Tulani, in case investors wants equity in the business, can clawback clauses always necessary in order to buy investors off upon successful repayment of funds? Tulani, it depends on how you want to do that. Okay, so you can have somebody, an investor who is not an equity partner, and that means There are always just repayments. There can be that somebody says, okay, I'm investing that amount, I want to be an equity partner. That means they also get some shares in the profit. Okay, so then you need to have some sort of agreements. What happens if the funds are repaid? Are they still being shareholders and getting profit shares? Okay, or are there some agreements that after the loan is paid back, that the shares fall automatically back into your hands? Or do you need to pay after the repayment of the loans? Maybe you need to repay the investor an additional amount, yeah, according to the value of the business or whatever agreement you want to have there. Sipiwe, the easiest way is definitely just to go onto go here on Facebook, yeah, and just ask Brent here under Messenger, and Brent will be able just to explain the next steps. Yeah, Sipiwe, then we can just go through this. Koliswa, where can I apply for assistance to drafting up a business plan? Let me just send you the fundingconnection.co/contact. That's the other option on our website. Yeah, please, everybody, be careful with sharing your email address. You are getting spammed otherwise, so that's why we always do this via our contact page, via our Facebook Messenger. Please use the Funding Connection Messenger. Don't use my personal one. I'm not checking my personal one on a regular basis. Okay. Cecile, I need to go on a fundraising drive in the public sector for finance. The model will be a PPP business model, and now I want to know how Funding Connection can help. Cecil, I have no idea at the moment because I do not really understand. I need to know what product or service do you want to offer, okay, how much capital do you need, for what you need the capital, and then I'm able to assist you. Yeah, you can use both, either with the Facebook page Messenger, or you can use our contact page on our Facebook, on our Funding Connection website. There's also a chat. Brent is there on the other side. He is able to assist you and guide you. Kamogelo Bukaba. What are the most important topics that government agencies look out for in the business plans? Most important, needs to be profitable. Easy peasy. Yeah? All of them want to understand that this is a profitable business. That's what you need to show them. That's why I mentioned before, your business model with clear numbers is so absolutely important. Yeah? Okay, yes, and then what are they looking, not only in the business plan, but in general, they want you to have some own contribution, and they want you to have preferably some offtake agreements. If you don't have offtake agreements because it is a retail shop in a mall, or it is a bed and breakfast, then we need to dive deeper into the target market and see who's your target market. Are you able to access them? Do they have enough money to pay for your services or products? Yeah? Okay, lovely. Are there any other questions? Did I forget any questions before? Like I said, I can only see the last 4 comments here on my side, and I can't, for some crazy reason, see any more. Is there anything else you want to know from me at the moment? Yeah? Maybe I just want to explain this. This 1.5 hours is not for people to learn now professionally how to draft a business plan. Yeah. So if somebody wants now to sell this to somebody else, I don't think it's good enough. If it is for your staff to open their own business, then that is definitely good enough. If they have some experience already, maybe then it would should be fine. Yeah. But if somebody has absolutely no experience in bookkeeping, accounting, or something like this, it will be difficult. But if you are startup, you are an owner, you want to start your own business, you have the expertise in your industry, definitely will be good. Yeah. Sherwin, good day. How do I register for the workshop? Let me just see. I have this link here again. I can just share that with you. It's only 500 Rand. So, and that's the price here at the moment. It will go up in the next week. So that is the, how do you say, early bird price at the moment. I just want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity and the possibility really to attend and get your business started. Do you assist with international funding, specifically angels or VC? Sean, we can do that. You just need to make sure that you, of course, meet their requirements. Always be aware of, I know everybody wants an angel investor. An angel investor means that your business will look for a business what easily scalable. Yeah, they give you today, I don't know, a couple of millions in euros or dollars, and they expect this back minimum 3 times, in some cases even 5 times. Yeah, that's an angel investor, but they are willing to take the risk. But for willing to take the risk, they also expect a high return on investment. Mandisa, could you please explain how holdings work? We are looking to start multiple businesses under one umbrella. Would this be possible? Okay, so you can start a holding. An NPO can't, according to my knowledge, an NPO can't be a part of a holding business, a holding company. Yeah, but you can have under holding company that's also registered as a PTY. You can have a couple of different PTYs in the holding company. The best structure, and please be aware, I'm not a tax consultant, would be then having the holding company in a trust. Yeah, so but that's where you definitely need then to have a consultant included who really know what sort of agreements you need to have. So that is a little bit tricky, but not impossible. Yeah, it's just not, makes no sense for me to have an NPO under the holding company. I'm not too sure if this is possible. I doubt that. Yeah. Okay. So anything else here? That was a good morning here again. So I think we covered a couple of different aspects. Lovely. Take good care. I wish you an absolutely successful new week. We definitely see us next week, Monday again. I may see you in between. If you book a meeting with us or connect here otherwise with us, and you book a meeting with me, otherwise we see us next week. And I hope to see also lots of you in my workshop, where we will go through it and I will explain how to draft your business plan. Cecile, I will be in touch. Lovely. Brent is there, definitely. He's able to guide you. And then if he can't get further, he will definitely also contact me. Take good care. All the best. Let me just see. I need now to go. Shumaya, pleasure. Need to find here my video, and I'm ending it now. Take good care. Bye.